Very pleasant morning to you all, children. Yes, these days we had grammar classes, right? Now we will deal with our My English Reader. I hope many of you would have read the first lesson of your English Reader, or many of you might not have read. Okay, so shall we start with the first lesson, children? Let us see what's that. Yes, you can see on the screen that is Monday morning blues. Here, children, blue means lack of energy or laziness, we can say, children. The word blue here, the color indicates that it's a lack of energy or laziness. The blue always refers to the lack of energy or laziness or tiredness. Okay. So, and we all know that Monday is a universal resuming day of the week, right? See, after the Sunday, we all know the Sunday is a holiday, right? We enjoy our day like anything. We will have a good sleep. We take a lot of rest. We play a lot. But again, the next day, it's like again you have to start with the school. So the first day, almost you feel a kind of laziness. You feel that you have lost almost all energy. So that's why this lesson name is given as Monday morning blues. Okay, let us see the children like you people. Okay, here is a boy who is of your own age. Maybe even you might have done the same thing, children. Whenever you want to go to school, you might have cried. You might have given some fake reasons that you are having a stomach ache or headache or toothache or your leg is spinning. You might have told your parents, and your parents are they know you very well. Okay, so here it happens with most of us. Even when we were kids, we would have done the same thing. So okay, let us see what this boy does. Before starting the lesson, children, let us know the meaning of few words, okay, so that it will be helpful for you to know the meaning of the sentence when we are read in the lesson. Okay, yes, we can see that we have many new words in this lesson, and children, I want you all to write down these words in your class. So okay, first let us see what are the meanings of these words. Okay, the first one is miserable. Miserable means very sad or unhappy. To detect means to find or to discover. Fake, false or not true. Attempt means trials. Groaning or moaning, it's a different kinds of sound expressing pain or suffering. Children, whenever you suffer, whenever you have a pain, you make a kind of sound, right? So that is called as groaning or moaning. Okay, joggle is nothing but to shake lightly. See here, shake is this, right? When you shake slightly, it's called as joggle. Awful means very bad. Sore, inflamed or bruised part of the body. Sore in the sense, children, you may have some infections and all between the toes, between the fingers and all, right? That means it pains a lot. So it's called as sore. Relief means end of any pain. So we say, we give a relief, right? Whenever you end with some suffering or end with some pain and all. Chunk is nothing but a piece, children, or a part of something. Okay. Inspection, we all know about this. Almost we hear this kind of words when the police try to investigate for the criminal to catch, right? So your inspection is like to examine something. So let us start with the lesson, children. Yes, here it goes. Children, now onwards, you don't look into the mobile, just look into your textbook. Okay, when I'm reading, I just want you to keep your pencil in your hand and underline the words, because you know that these words you are going to write in your classwork as a first main for new words. Okay, shall we start? Yes. See, whenever I'm reading, keep your pencil on the words where I'm reading, and wherever I say the word to be underlined, please do underline it. Okay, shall we start? Yes, here we go. Monday mornings always found Tom Sawyer miserable. So you already know the meaning of miserable, children. That is very sad. Because with it began another week's slow suffering in school. So because he doesn't want to go to school on Monday, especially because he knew that again it is the starting of the school. He want to suffer the same the homework writing, punishments, listening to the classes. He doesn't like to go to school to do all these things. He just want to be at home and go for fishing. Tom lay in the bed and thought, if I were sick. Yes. So now he was just planning. Okay, he was saying talking to himself. If I were sick, I hope you all know the meaning of sick, children. It's illness, right? So if I were sick, I could stay away from school and go fishing. He thought further about it. Then he was like planning, okay, let me plan something or find out something in myself so that I can tell to my aunt about my any kind of aches or pains. But despite, underline the word despite, children, despite, despite all his attempts, I had told the meaning of attempts, that is trials, okay, attempts, attempts, underline the word attempts, to detect some symptoms. So here, underline the word detect, children, and you all know the meaning of detect, that is to find out, to discover something. Some symptoms means he was just trying to look into himself whether he is having some illness or some, he just touched his body to see whether he is having fever or what. Just he was just checking all over the body whether he's having some wounds, so that he can tell to his aunt that he's having a pain. Okay, some symptoms, you can see the children, this word you come across in science, right? Symptoms are like, for some diseases it's like a indications, we can say. Why to go with a different example, I'll go with a present situation, that is corona. Okay, so we all know that what are the symptoms of corona. So we all know that one is that running nose will be there, the person will not be able to breathe properly, then he will be having a cough, then fever. So these are the symptoms of coronavirus, right, children, this COVID. So symptoms is nothing but indications of certain diseases. Okay, underline the word symptoms. symptoms, symptoms. He could not find anything wrong with himself. Though he checked everywhere, all over the body, he checked his body temperature, everything, but he was normal, he was fit and fine. His hopes began to fail. Now he started feeling, okay, oh my God, I don't have anything. What shall I say to my aunt? Suddenly, he discovered something. Yes, he got a plan now. Something he just remembered. What was that? One of his upper front teeth was loose. So it's the age, children. Now it's your age, children, right? That your teeth keep on falling one by one. And means that milk teeth falls and your permanent teeth comes back. So here one of his upper front teeth was loose. Means it was about to fall. He decided to use it as an excuse. Underline the word excuse, children. excuse, excuse. Okay. So here he finally decided, okay, wow, I got a better idea. Let me see about the same thing. That because his upper front teeth was loose, the same thing I will say to my aunt for not going to school. He was about to start moaning. Then he got the idea and he was about to make a noise, that the paining noise. Okay, moaning is nothing but a noise, a pain which you make for any pains or suffering, right? He was about to start. He remembered that if his aunt came to know, she would pull it out and that would hurt. But one more thing, he has a danger, that is, if his aunt come to know whether his upper front tooth was loose, what she will do? She will try to pluck it off, and it will be really more hurt than telling a lie, right? Then he remembered that if his aunt came to know, she would pull it out and then that would hurt. So he decided to use the tooth as an excuse some other day. So he just thought that this plan I will say some other day. So he was just finding for another plan. He went back to thinking of some other way to fake illness. So you already know, the children, the meaning of fake, that is false or not true. So fake illness. He remembered hearing the doctor describe an illness that had caused a patient to lose a finger. So he had been to a hospital there where the doctor had told one of the patient telling that because of certain this thing, one of his finger was about to lose it. Means it was about to fall. That he remembered. The boy eagerly drew his sore toe from under the sheet and held it upon for inspection. He just, what did he did? Under the bed, he just took his toe and just to examine. I told you the meaning of inspection, to examine something. Okay, he was just examining his toe. I hope you know what is the meaning of toe, children. The fingers which we have in the feet, okay, they are called as toe. The first one is called as a big, they are called as toes. Pause or matter please. Yeah, children. So he was like, now he was holding his toe and he was started groaning. Groaning is also nothing but a sound which you make due to pain. Okay. Then the boy eagerly drew his sore toe from under the sheet and held it up for inspection. It seemed worthwhile to chance it. So he fell groaning on the bed. Now he started crying loudly. Okay, so that means not crying, it's a sound which he was making out of pain. But Sid, who lay in the next bed, slept on. And you can see in the picture, children, we can see another boy in a blue color shirt. Okay, he's sitting he's sleeping beside his bed, and he just wanted, means Tom wanted him to listen to his moaning and go and call aunt. Okay, but what happened, he was in a very deep sleep that he was not listening to this his moaning. But Sid, who lay in the next bed, slept on. Tom groaned louder. So purposely, what he did, he was making that noise louder and louder so that Sid would wake up. But no results from Sid. Though he was making loud noise, he was not at all waking up from the bed. Then finally, he got up, shook Sid hard, and then went back to his bed groaning. See what this he did. He just got down from the bed. He went near the Sid and shook him up, and immediately came back to his bed and started making the same noise. Then when he did this, Sid yawned, stretched, then brought himself upon his elbow with a snort and began to stare at Tom. So as soon as Tom shook him, he woke up. But as you know, he woke up, he just yawned. I hope you all know what's the meaning of yawning, right? And stretched his body, and he just sat properly, and he was just staring means looking at continuously at Tom. Just he was looking at him. What happened to this boy? Why is this groaning? Tom went on groaning, but Tom he acted as if he did not know whether Sid was had woke up. He just was continuously groaning at him. Tom, what's going on? Now Sid asked Tom. Tom, what's going on? Asked Sid, frightened by the noise Tom was capable of producing. And he was scared also, because he was making such a loud noise, such a painful noise, that Sid got really scared. Frightened. Underline the word frightened, children. Frightgened. Frightened. But no response. Though Sid asked Tom that what was happening, but he did not respond. Hey Tom, what is the matter, Tom? Again he asked. He went near and he shook him. I said you what is the meaning of shaking, okay? Joggle or shook him. He went near Tom and he shook him and asked, Tom, what is the matter, Tom? Tom moaned out. Again he made a loud noise. Oh, don't Sid, don't joggle me. So underline the word joggle, Joggle, joggle me. He said, please don't shake me, it pains a lot. In that way he said, but I must. Don't groan like that, Tom. It is awful. And then he said, please don't make this noise here. It is really very bad to hear. I am feeling so bad. In that way he said, how long have you been growing this way? And he said, from when you were just groaning like this? He asked. Sid asked Tom. Hours. Oh, don't Sid, I'm dying. Please don't talk to me anything now. I'm just dying now, he said. No, Tom, you ain't dying. It makes my flesh crawl. Here you can see the word flesh crawl, children. The flesh crawl is nothing but means when you hear such kind of noise, you feel somewhat disgusted. You feel so scared, right? So he said the same thing. Don't. It makes my flesh crawl to hear you. What is the matter? I must call aunt. Then he said, okay, wait, I'll just go and call aunt. Then he started talking. Who, Tom? I forgive you everything, said Tom in a fresh bout of groans. Again, when he was making the noise of paining noise and all, he was telling that I forgive you whatever you had done to me. He was proofing himself that he is about to die, right? So when I'm gone, you give my window sash and my cat with one eye to that new girl. Children, you have to understand this line, children. Actually, it is something he is making, he is enacting there. He want to tell Sid that he is dying. So before dying and all, he is just telling that I will forgive you what you had done, and please give his sash. Sash is nothing but the kind of bag which you wear on the shoulder, okay? It is called a sash, and give me my sash and my cat with one eye to that new girl who has come to the town, and tell her. But Sid was not ready to listen and think. He just ran down. But Sid had flown downstairs and informed Aunt Polly, come quickly, auntie, Tom's dying. Then he did not listen what Tom was saying. He just ran downstairs and called Aunt Polly, telling that Tom is dying there. Then she was like, what's rubbish? What is rubbish? What are you speaking that way? Rubbish, underline the word rubbish, children. R-U-B-B-I-S-H, rubbish. I don't believe it. But the poor lady hurried upstairs. Though she knew that it was all rubbish, but also she ran behind, Sid, to see what actually is happening in the room. But the poor lady hurried. Hurried means, children, just moving very quickly, okay? I underline the word hurried, Hurried. Hurried. upstairs with Sid and Mary to her heels. Her face grew white and her lips trembled. Then when she saw Tom crying so moaning so loudly, she was like trembled, bit shivered. Okay, she was like she also got scared. Underline the word trembled, children. Trembled, trembled. What's the matter with you, Tom? She cried. Then she asked, "What happened to you? Is everything fine?" "Oh, auntie, my toe," he said. He just cried. He did not say anything. "My toe." He's just cried. "What is the matter with your toe?" "Oh, auntie, my sore toe is going to fall off." Then he said, "Oh, auntie, look at this toe. It's paining so bitterly that I think it is about to fall off." The old lady sank down in the chair. She suddenly sat down on the chair and with a relief. Then, okay, she came to know that, okay, this is all what Tom was. He was just acting. Okay, she came to know about that, and she took a very big relief. It was, I told you the meaning of relief, children, end of a pain. Okay, because she was in a tense, right, when she saw him groaning. Then finally she came to know that he was enacting. She laughed a little, then cried a little, then did both together. This made her feel better. She said, "Tom, you really did frighten me." So she said, "You really scared me off," she said. "Now you stop this nonsense and get out of your bed." Because I said, you children, Aunt Polly came to know that he was just enacting. Right, children? Now Tom felt foolish at his act now that he was caught. Okay. Tom felt foolish at his act now that he was caught. He said, "Auntie, my toe hurt so much that I wasn't worried about my tooth at all." Now he was back to his first excuse. He said that, my aunt, actually, my toe was paining so much that I forgot about my toothache, he said. Then she asked, "What's the matter with your tooth?" "Well, one of them's loose and it aches awfully," he said. "Actually, I forgot that I had a toothache because that my toe was paining so much." Okay, and he said, she asked Tom, "What is the matter with your tooth?" Then he said, "Well, one of them is loose and it aches awfully." It means it's paining so badly, he said. Then she asked him to open your mouth. "Open your mouth and let me see," said his aunt. "Yes, it is loose." "All right, but you are not going to die because of that," she said. You are not going to die for this," she said. "Mary, get me a silk thread and a chunk of fire out of the kitchen." Now Tom was in a great trouble because, children, in the beginning only you know that Tom had told that if aunt comes to know that one of his teeth was loose, what she'll do? Yes, exactly. She's going to pluck it off, and now she is getting ready to pluck his teeth, which was one of his tooth, which was loose. Okay. Then she just told Mary to go and get the silk thread and the chunk of fire. She underlined the word chunk, children, and I had told you the meaning of chunk is nothing but a part of something or a piece, we can say. Okay. Tom said, "Oh, please, auntie, don't pull it out. It doesn't hurt me any more. Please don't, auntie. I don't want to stay home from school." Then he said, "Okay, I'm sorry, auntie. Actually, I was just planning to not to go to school. So I just made all this drama. Please forgive me, and it's not paining. Please don't pluck it off." He just requested auntie. But do you think, children, his aunt will leave? Let us see what she has done. Okay. "Oh, you do not. Oh, you do, don't you?" So all this drama was because you thought you would get to stay home from school and go fishing. So aunt is aunt. Okay, she knew about him very nicely. So finally she said, "Okay, this was all drama, right? You just did not want to go to school and stay home and go for fishing." Tom, I love you so much, but I am very unhappy with you." Why she was unhappy, children? Yes, because of his behavior, right? "You seem to try every way you can to break my old heart with your outrageousness." See, that's what. See, she was not happy because of his behavior. Outrageousness, underline the word outrageousness, okay? And the meaning of outrageousness is shocking behavior. By this time, the dental instruments were ready. As she was speaking, Mary had brought all the dental instruments. What are those dental instruments, children? Yeah, one is a silk thread and a chunk of fire, right? and it was ready. Now the old lady fastened one end of the thread, silk thread, to Tom's tooth with a loop. A loop in the sense, children, like what you call a rotate, like we can, okay, a loop. She just rotated his the tooth which was loose, and with one end, and the other one end it was on near the bed, okay, bed post. The old lady fastened one end of the silk thread to Tom's tooth with a loop and tied the other to the bedpost. Then she seized the chunk of fire. Seized means she just grabbed it out, right? She just what do you call grabbed means what do you call seized in the sense to just to grab it, okay? Just plugged very fast. Then she seized a chunk of fire and suddenly thrust it almost into boy's face, and the piece of the tooth was just flung outside. The tooth hung dangling by the bedpost now. So this was the story, children. I hope you loved the story, and you might have seen yourself in this somewhere, right? Somewhere you might have given such fake what do you call aches or pains to your parents, so that you just want to get rid of going to school. So let us see your knowledge now. Okay. So let us see, children. You have to tick the proper answer. Okay. Tom Sawyer did not want to get up on Monday morning because. Yes, exactly, children. It meant going back to school. Next one is Tom began to groan loudly because. Can we say none of these, children? Actually, he was not having any of these pains, but he was just enacting, okay? But shall we go with the reason which is given in the book, the fake reason? That is, his began to groan loudly because his toe was sore, okay? Next, Aunt Polly was angry with Tom. Why, children? Yes, because she knew that he was telling lie. She liked him very much, but she was not happy with his behavior. As we said, the option is she knew he was telling a lie. Aunt Polly asked for a thread because, yes, she wanted to take out Tom's tooth. Okay, and now let us write true or false, children. Mark the following statements with a tick mark for true and wrong for cross mark for false. Okay, Tom held up his toe for inspection because he wanted to make sure that he could use it as an excuse for not going to school. Yes, exactly. You know that he was just faking. He wanted to fake the this one. Okay, so he was just checking out what is happening, whether to see whether he's having some problem with his toe, right? Then Tom was groaning loudly because he wanted to tell everyone that he was enjoying himself. Exactly, it's false, right, children? It was not true. The dental instruments that Aunt Polly used were silk thread and a chunk of fire. Yes, true it is. Aunt Polly loved Tom a lot. Yes, she did love him. True it is. Tom felt foolish because his act was caught. Yes, it is true. Okay, now let us see this. Yes. So here is the reference to contracts, children. This all I'll send you in the form of notes, okay? But we'll just discuss here. Read the following extracts and answer the following questions. Well, one of them is loose and it aches awfully. You know, children, who told this dialogue, okay? Who is the speaker here, children? Who said this line? Well, one of them is loose and it aches awfully. Yes, it was Tom Sawyer. Okay, Tom Sawyer is the speaker here. And what is loose here, children? His tooth, right? Yes. Next you see, it makes my flesh crawl to hear you. What is the matter? It makes my flesh crawl to hear you. What is the matter? Who is the speaker here, children? Yes, it was his Sid. It was Sid, right? Then makes my flesh crawl. I told you the meaning of this in the lesson, children. Means it makes someone feel disgusted or feel frightened. Okay, scared, we can say. It is the meaning of that. And what was the matter? The matter was that Tom Sawyer was groaning loudly, and that was making him feel his flesh crawl. Okay, children, this A6 is there na, that you have to do on your own. I'm not going to send the answer for this question or this main. Okay, life skill, can you see there? Why do you think Tom did not like going to school? If you were Tom's friend, just think that, imagine that you are Tom's friend, how would you counsel or convince him to attend the school regularly? Children, I just don't want you to write a very big answer. Let it be in a half page. You just write down, children, how will you convince your friend Tom to come to school? Okay. So let us go with the next one, children. Work with your partner. Find out the words from the story whose synonyms are given below. Crying in pain. Yes, we all know that it's moaning. M-O-A-N-I-N-G. Moaning. Okay. Pretend is nothing but fake. F-A-K-E. Fake. Terrible means awful. A-W-F-U-L. Awful. Excitedly means, yes, excitedly means you can say eagerly. E-A-G-E-R-L-Y. Eagerly. And the last one is efforts. Efforts means attempts. A-T-T-E-M-P-T-S. Attempts. Okay. Aunt Polly told Tom, you always break my heart. The word break can be used in, okay, this I will send you in a okay, children. Okay, this part I will send you in a different video. Okay, children. Now for this much you write. Children, you write down the underlined word in your classwork as a new words, and then the meanings which I have shown in this video you have to write down in your classwork. Okay, the rest and all I will send you the notes. Okay, you can just write down afterwards in the classwork. Thank you so much.